Trust me. Too many bars. Little bitch, I got issues. Little bitch, you don't want issues. Prescription drugs get misused. Couples on and then quick snooze. I wake up and I get it. You wake up and then hit snooze. I made my name myself. You're still tweeting for breakthroughs. Ever since Snowski made the 8, you can't say that a brother didn't save the day. And I don't give a fuck about old MCs. You should bow out like Wenger and fade away. As soon as I hit the booth, you ain't safe today. Still slapping on the grime in the 808s. I got my choice to the girl like Flavor Flav. Give things special D like Major Ace. You know what, speaking of Flavor Flavs, my order a half is to take away. I just got news from 4 my girls on a level more lost, they made my day. Universe is ever changing, except for paranoia, I've stayed the same. I'm an anomaly and I never played the game. 140, you're my own thing, stay your lane.
Snowy, thanks for jumping on scene, Not Heard.
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm alright.
Tell me where it all started.
On the estate in Top Valley where I'm from. Couple of my mates started spitting bars and stuff, so I was like, yeah, I'll get involved. Because I like music anyway, always have done. So yeah, and I just kind of stuck with it and then kept getting opportunities popping up. So something that, like, I'd meet someone and then something weird would happen. So I was like, alright, cool. And then I'm not good at football or anything, so I thought I might as well carry on, innit, see what happens.
It's worked out alright for you. So you mentioned that one of the first people you met in the scene was P Money, but growing up before that, who were the kind of people that you aspired to be like, or was there anybody that you felt like you were inspired by in that music scene?
But yeah, a lot of Nottingham people, really. That was the first one. So like Marvin and Shadow and Kezi K and Majestic. And
local artists, then,
local artists, yeah. And then as at a larger kind of thing as well, it would have been like Dizzy Rascal, P Money as well. Who else was that? Skepta, Wiley, obviously. Them times I was into Gets as well. Well, still am. But, yeah, there's a lot of different people, and then there's different styles as well. 'Cause I like all sorts of music, innit? So when I first started spitting, I was spitting on dubstep beats.
So I mentioned, obviously, like, we've got Elders on the project.
My guy.
We've got Coco on the project.
My guy.
We've got Fiasco and Slay on the project. These are all people from like Manchester and Sheffield that have got like amazing things to say about you. Talk to me about how you collaborate with Elders, because you collaborate with them more than once on a few tracks, including Casual.
Yes, I used to work with Red Bull a lot, Red Bull, and then they were like, oh, we got these guys in Sheffield we want to hook you up in the studio with, called Sticky Blood. So I was like, alright, cool. And then Andy Nicholson used to be in the Arctic Monkeys. His artist name is Gold Teeth now, and then Mannequin as well. So there was like a production deal with them. So I just ended up going to Sheffield a lot, and I was just going up there making songs and stuff. Made a sick tune the first day and whatever, and then I met Diz through them, through them, and I met Coco through them as well. Properly.
How long ago was
and
that?
their manager Adele. That was
2014?
Maybe 14 or 15.
Yeah.
I'm guessing around 14. I think.
You've mentioned sometimes that it's hard to get your music heard. You could be amazing at what you do. You're obviously one of the credible artists from Nottingham, and outside of Nottingham you've worked with loads of people, but you've mentioned that it's really difficult to get your music heard if you're not living there. Why do you think that is?
Everything's in London, so I understand it as well. I was saying this to someone earlier on the phone. I get it, because obviously everything's in London, all the labels, everything, rah, rah, rah.
What would you say is like the biggest problem you've had to face with like getting your music heard, in terms of you're putting video after video out there? You've obviously got the social media presence as well. What's been like the toughest battle that you've had to face?
I don't even know if I've had a tough battle, because really, because I know people and I've met people. It's just, you just got to network, innit? Like, I'm just cool. I don't ask no one for nothing, really. I'm just funny, you know what I'm saying? So people are right with me. I just kind of do my thing.
So you know, social media and stuff like that, do you think that's definitely helped? Would you say that's definitely helped you in any kind of way?
Yeah, it helps anyway, doesn't it? Really.
But UGX Media as well, and those kind of platforms?
Yeah, shout out UGX. Social media is a thing, so you got to keep the content in it.
Yeah.
Keep the content going.
So what's next for 2020? What's next for Snowy?
So I've got, well, when we're recording this anyway, my next single's coming out, so it'll be out by then.
Yeah, by the time this is released, your music video will be out there.
Yeah, with it's myself featuring Jason Williamson from the Sleaford Mods.
Okay.
Song called Effed, big on the roadside. Make sure you go check that out. You get me? So got that, and then I've got a Mighty Mo remix featuring Mighty Mo as well, which will be out in December. So that might be out the same day this comes out.
Okay.
Around the same time.
Yep.
And then next year I've got I'll just finished recording the second EP for next year.
I just
so
saw
I've got
that
the
as
first
well on
EP done.
socials yesterday. Said
Yeah.
that you were recording a new EP.
So I got the whole first EP done,
Wow.
and then we're gonna start shooting the vids as well ASAP, and then got the second EP ready for after that as well.
Well, thank you, Snowy.
Yeah, at first I thought life had got hard, then cash reminded me, man, a rock star. If the galley ain't got breasts, then she got arse. If the galley ain't got arse, then she got bras. It's really intense, and man, I drop bars, cause I got bars, hot bars, and the top bars. I see your life shitting, now you're pissed, but mine says sick, don't sabotage yours. www.gone clear, and you're gonna see my picture at the top there. Weirdos hate and say it's not fair, bro, cause I'm talented and I'm fully gone weird. If it ain't about money, then you better stop there. To book me, it costs the same as I'm on clear. Got a freaky Italian who gags on a dick, then a 5 and tries to miss a long hair. Lost my head a little while ago. Don't matter, can't still wildin' though. Man, stopped worrying time ago. Now I'm heartless like my emo.
I can't believe my eyes. What's the reason why? I can't sleep at night. You can't treat me right. It's not an easy ride. I'm not feeling fly. There's no need to lie. I can't see the light. I'll try this time. I'll try this time. But you wanna hide this time? Don't lie this time. Give me minus line. I'll try this time. I'll try this time. But you wanna hide this time? Don't lie this time. Give me minus line.
Welcome to Seen Not Heard, Jaymal. Great to have you on. You know what? I've got to say congratulations on the great music videos that you've been dropping, because
Thank you.
I think the first music video I actually spotted you on was the video that you dropped with Grim Sickers and Manga.
Oh yeah, in a flash.
I was like, whoa, who's this artist? But before that, I've noticed that you've been releasing music videos
Yeah,
consistently, and you're actually here from Nottingham as well. So let's go back to the start. How long have you actually been making music?
So I've been doing music seriously for about the last 2 years. I used to
Yeah.
do music when I was in school, but it wasn't serious. But I've decided 2017, let me step my game up. Let me try and come with a different vibe. I come with a like fresh dress sense. Like in some of my music videos, you'll see that I wear like really crazy design shirts, and my granddad actually tailored them shirts.
Oh,
All
really?
the shirts I wear in videos, yeah.
Do you know what's mad actually as well? I feel like you're doing something that's completely different from everyone else. I feel
Trying.
like you put your time into these music
Yeah,
videos
yeah,
as well,
yeah.
and it's really nice to see. But I mentioned the first video that I saw that dropped was with Grim Sickers and Manga. So how did
Yeah.
that connect happen? Obviously you're a new artist,
Yeah.
fairly new artist if you've actually been doing this for a couple of years. And here's this brand new music video. It looks so professional, and it's with Grim Sickers on it.
Yeah.
How did that connect happen?
That was just literally a case of just sending my music to different people. Grim got back to me, Manga got back to me. In fact, Manga didn't get back to me. Manga sent me the verse, he didn't say anything, he just read the message and he sent me the verse within a week, so I was grateful for that. And then when Grim realised Manga was on it, he was like, yeah.
You mentioned that, you know, Manga did a verse,
Yeah.
and then Grim Sickers was happy to be on board. How did
Yeah.
you get them involved in the music video as well? Because sometimes people do a track with
Yeah.
an artist, but
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
appear for the actual music video. Was that difficult to get them on board?
I think it's all about drive, all about fuel. Filled up my car. I thought I've got to get them both in the video. I don't just want an audio. I want the full thing. So drove to where Grim's from, which is Swindon, and I drove to London, where Manga is, the same day.
Oh wow! So did you film it separately, or was it something that you kind of?
Yeah.
got
So
mentioned?
basically drove to Grim's ends and then drove to Manga's ends. It was literally a whole day of travelling and filming. It was crazy, but
Yeah.
it was worth it.
Oh, amazing! So that was the track that you've done with them. You've released
Yes.
a track since then as well. You've released
Yes.
Umbrella.
Yeah.
Incredible music video to that as well.
Thank you.
And you're very consistent with it. Is there any other artists that aren't as established from
Yeah.
Nottingham and the Midlands that
Yeah.
you would think about working with?
Yeah, one of my best mates, Jay Ree.
Okay.
He's a music artist. He's took a back foot. He's been doing a lot behind the scenes, mixing and mastering, engineering, promotion
Yeah.
for various artists in Nottingham. He also does, I don't know if you've heard of Roscoe Records.
Yeah, I've heard
It's a
Roscoe Records.
YouTube channel. They do a lot of freestyle, so he does the audio for that as well. So he like mixes the freestyles for that. So I'd say I'd recommend him definitely.
The reason why I asked that question is because obviously Nottingham's got a load of amazing artists here that are really repping for their city at the moment. You've got some really well-established artists as well. Young T and Bugsy are doing their thing at the moment. Mez has been smashing it for some time. Hex is up there as well. Was there any kind of artists when you were growing up locally that kind of you were inspired by?
It's not my sort of music. As in, I like the music, but it's not the music I do. Shadow, big fan of Shadow. Shadow's been about for so many years.
Shadow's been around for a minute.
I just love what he does. Like he's took grime to a whole different level. I think like he's unreal. So yeah, I'd say I'm a big fan of him. His fan base has grown massively. Like I just like the direction he's going in. I'm trying to think who else. He's probably the name
that stands out to you. But that's the thing though, when you're kind of starting out and you're making music, there's always usually like one or two names that heavily like influence you or make you realise that actually I could be doing something a lot bigger.
In fact, Jar Digger. I say Jar Digger as well.
Recently.
He's been smashing it, so I say him.
So what would you say has probably been your biggest challenge in getting your music across to wider audiences? I've been talking to everybody on this project about this. The whole purpose of this project is kind of to shine a light on artists that are kind of coming up outside of London that may be struggling to get their music heard based on where they're living. Do you know what I mean? What would you say has been difficult for you in terms of getting your music across to some of those bigger audiences?
I think it's just people recognising the talent, that there is a lot of talent that's not in London. So it is hard pushing that forward, because I feel like in Nottingham, I feel like there's a lot of artists. I feel like they hate on each other and they don't. I feel like when you go to London, like artist does a headline show, all the artists are together. I feel like all the artists are more supportive of each other. I feel like in Nottingham, not all artists, but a few artists are quite bitter. They don't want to see each other do well. Rather than let's all come up as one.
Let's work together.
They'll be like, no, I want to see you fail. I want to be at the top, and basically I don't want to see nobody else do better. Maybe a couple of my boys, but that's it. And I feel like that's the attitude in Nottingham.
So it's kind of like, it stems from here, kind of in a way, that people need to kind of collaborate with each other and kind of work together to get that name out there.
Yes.
I understand that. I can understand that. So what's next for you in 2020? Have you got any big plans for next year? Any albums dropping? Any singles dropping?
I've got an EP dropping. DJ EJ's producer. It's going to be a 3-track EP. That's going to come out at the start of 2020. Got a few features, but I'm not going to mention names.
You're not going to drop any names now? Okay, cool.
Got a few features. Hopefully more shows. Should be performing at a few festivals.
Sick.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jaymal.
Yeah, thank you.
Things can change in a flash. Yeah, my mama told me that. So remember where you come from. Little things that always last. And it was gonna be there when it all crashes down. And it was gonna be there when it all crashes down.
I know who I am, it's never friends, it's only fam. Mistakes got me where I am, I guess they made me who I am. Fake love's all the scam, I guess they wasn't in my plan. I just leave it in God's hands, so I know it's in good hands. You'll never see me stand up with some people I can't stand. They think that they can trick me even though they never can. My word is all I have, and when you've been through what I have, you just count all your blessings in the bags.
I could never forget you, oh. Let me get my foot through the door. I've been around so much applause. Don't fight, I won't be ignored. Things can change in a flash. Yeah, my mama told me that. So remember where you come from. Little things that always last. And it was gonna be there when it all crashes down. And it was gonna be there when it all crashes down.
Yeah,
When it crashes, let it burn, let me fall to ashes. It was tragic, but I'll be back if our spirit matches. When I die, I'm a legend for 100 years. Cause I conquered situations what the others feared. I achieved great things and I never changed. You done half of that and never stayed the same. I'm drinking brandy in the weekday. What a waste, this is for like PK. I pray to God to show me the way. Cause what the Lord can give, we can take away. Insta model and a takeaway. I drink another Magnum, take away the pain. I'm sick as one of the greatest ever. And that's the word until you show me better. Night track suit, night care sweater. Sick as icon,
Things could
forever.
change in a flash. Yeah, my mama told me that. So remember where you come from. Good things I always last. And it was gonna be there when it all crashes down. And it was gonna be there when it all crashes down. Things could change in a flash. Yeah, my mama told me that. So remember where you come from. Good things I always last. And it was gonna be there